guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it's an exciting one. It's been a while since I've done kind of a slightly bigger makeup haul. Like an ad popped up saying it was 20% off Lily Lolo over the Easter weekend. So I decided that I was going to go and make use of that because I know some people have been asking me about the cream foundation and whether I still like it because I haven't repurchased for a while. So I thought I definitely need to pick up that because I do still like it. My eye primer was running low, so I picked up that. My Whisper lip gloss was running low. I wanted to go back to Big Lash mascara for a bit because my Ilio one was running out. So I kind of went on there to do more of a top up of some of the older products that I've used before and kind of refresh them. And I was kind of wanting to pick up a few of the other lip glosses as well, like the Clear, and I got Peachy Keen because I just thought for summer it'd be like quite nice. But I discovered they've got new products on the website. Now I don't know how long they've had the new products for. So I don't know how new they actually are, but to me they're new and I'm really excited to try them out. So I'm going to show you everything that I picked up. I'll start with stuff, like I said, that is more just refreshing or topping up stuff that was running out. And then I'll move on to the newer things last. And I will put them all on my face today, do a first impressions, and there will be follow-up videos because there's one product that I'm going to need to do a proper testing video for. Just to see how good it is, and you'll see that in a bit. So, as mentioned, some of the things I topped up. So I got the cream foundation again. This is in the shade Cotton. That's what I had last time. So I wanted to pick that one up again. Big Lash. My Whisper lip gloss is pretty much out. So yeah. Topped up the Whisper lip gloss, and like I said, because I just fancy some more gloss for the summertime, I went and picked up Clear because I thought that might be quite a handy one, and then I should have gone, I think, for High Flyer now because I forgot this isn't like a dark peachy colour, so this is Peachy Keen. It's got hints of sparkle in there, which actually for some are really pretty because it's got, you know, when sunlight hits. But I think I should have picked up High Flyer as well because I wanted like a deeper burnt orange. So these aren't new to me. I've tried this before. I have had them in my collection before. It's a one product that isn't new. But I was kind of intrigued by the colours. Is one of the eyeshadow palettes. So I've tried two of them before. They're not bad, but they're not my favourite things. I love the mineral eyeshadows from them, as you know. Didn't pick any of those up this time round. But for some reason the colours, I was kind of drawn to the colours in this one. So this is On the Rocks eye palette. I was kind of just intrigued by these more reddy colours, and I thought, you know what, for summer it might be quite nice and fun to play with. Like I said, they aren't the best eyeshadows in the world, so I'm kind of not expecting necessarily amazing things from this, but we'll give it a go. It's been a while since I've used pressed eyeshadow from them, so you never know, they may have upped their formula. But yeah, the colours intrigued me, so I wanted to have a little go with that one. And the eye primer, like I mentioned. So the new products. So when I went to look at the cream foundation, I noticed that they now do a cream concealer. So obviously I've tried the mineral concealer before, really like that one. And I was kind of intrigued, so I picked up one of their cream concealers. As you know, I like my Hint Beauty concealer, so I do prefer the kind of creamier products. So I got this in the shade Viola, which I believe is the second to lightest one they had. The lightest one was a bit too fair and more pink toned, whereas this was the next one up and it was more neutral tone, which I prefer. So I'm intrigued to try it. And also I thought because the other one was going to be lighter than the foundation, it was going to more highlight my blemish area, which I didn't want. Under the eyes fine, but not on my blemish area. So hence why I went for Viola. They are kind of different tones. See, weirdly in person they look almost identical, whereas on camera this is looking at much more yellow. So I'll be intrigued to see what it's like. And what I'm going to do is, of course, do a first impressions in this video, but then I'm going to do a whole week of testing out, like with foundation, without foundation, setting it, not setting it. Probably try the mineral concealer as a setting powder with this just to see how it works and what works well for it, just to give like a proper in-depth review on it. So it'll just be a first impressions today, and I might do like a little check-in later on potentially. And I think the thing I'm most excited about is they've got rid of their natural collection, natural lipsticks now, and just got the vegan range, which is fair enough. But they have brought out some new shades of the vegan lipsticks, which look perfect for summer. Again, I don't know how new these are, but I do follow them on Instagram and stuff because I do enjoy the brand, and I haven't seen them post about the fact they've got new products, so who knows. So the first one is Flushed Rose. Very pretty. I will give a bit more of a description of the colour on the website when we actually get to swatching them. So I got that shade. Flirtation. It's almost like a slightly deeper version of Flushed Rose. Pretty. Then we've got Me Amor, which is a dupe of Almost Pure Passion Pink, which was in the natural collection, which has now obviously been discontinued. So if you like Passion Pink, potentially this could be an alternative. So that's Me Amor. And then finally, Coral Crush, which I think is probably the one I'm more excited about, because it's a nice kind of coral tone, and I thought for summer that's going to be really, really pretty. I don't really have a colour like that in my collection either, so that's always quite nice when that happens. So yeah, so I'm going to play with this, do basically a full face of Lily Lolo. It's been a while. Testing some new products. Like I said, some are actually new, and some are just new to me, like the eyeshadow palette. So if you're interested, then please keep on watching. I'm actually going to start with the cream concealer first, just to see what the coverage is like without foundation on. See what the formula is like, see what the coverage is like, straight to skin, and then I will apply the kind of foundation in the areas I haven't put concealer. So, like I said, I got mine in the shade Viola, second to lightest one they had. I imagine it's going to be a very similar texture, yeah, to the cream foundation. I feel like it feels a lot creamier than the Hint Beauty concealer, so I feel like potentially it's going to need setting. Oh, actually though, well, that's dried quite quickly actually. Not a dry formula, but it doesn't feel, it feels like my skin again. It doesn't feel like it's super creamy, so actually that could last really well. Let's see. I'm just going to see what it claims to do. So this was £12. And what are you telling me it do? Oh, so there's 6 shades, so not great. So nourishes skin and hide blemishes, dark circles and discoloration in one step with our multitasking cream concealer. The lightweight, breathable and beautiful creamy vegan formula is infused with 4 natural oils to help restore and protect the complexion and create a velvety, real skin finish. Additional details. Nourishing formula offering buildable coverage. Works great with our cream foundation and mineral foundation. Okay. Comes in a compact for easy application when you're out. Contains nourishing jojoba, sunflower seed, grapeseed and argan oils. Vegan friendly, non-comedogenic. I can never say that word, but basically it's not meant to give you, like, block your pores or block your skin. Okay, so let's get applying. So I will go in with my finger for this. I might do this eye finger, the other eye brush, just to compare. So let's get in closer. So you can see my skin's not having a great day at the moment. It's the bank holiday weekend as we speak. It's the Monday. So yeah, my skin isn't doing great at the moment, but let's have a go. So let's go ahead and pat in. Just using my ring finger to try and be quite gentle. So I've got moisturiser underneath my skin. I did it probably about 10 minutes before I started the video, just using the Body Shop Vitamin E moisturiser. I just tend to kind of put that right up to the eyes nowadays, so yeah. Okay, so that's one layer. I just did kind of a couple of circular motions in the pan, and that's how it is looking under my eye. I'd say it definitely gives coverage. I wouldn't say I've got the darkest under eyes anyway. I guess it'd be more interesting when it gets to blemishes with coverage wise, but what I do like is how skin-like it's looking. It's almost looking like I haven't got anything under there, which is quite nice. Let's have a look up close. No, it's not doing anything, it doesn't look horrible under the eyes, I don't think at all. So far off initial, are you going to focus camera? Impressions, I like how it's looking under this eye. Let's go and do the other eye but with a brush, and then we're going to play with the blemishes on my face. So Real Techniques concealer brush. Let's do a couple of pats in there. Now this will naturally pick up more product, so I'm going to have to spread this out a bit more. So yeah, okay. I'm going to have to spread it down here a little bit. So obviously, yeah, a brush will give you that more coverage under the eye. So depending on how you're feeling and how much coverage you think you need, I think, to be honest, the finger works quite well. What I would say is, yeah, okay, fine, the brush gives more coverage and spreads it across the face more. But what I'm liking about the fact I used my finger, because it was more concentrated in that area and I didn't pick up quite as much, you can still see all my freckles up to here. So it's kind of more less obvious that I'm wearing something under my eyes. I would still say this looks very skin-like with the more coverage on. Still looks really nice under the eyes. It's not looking drying, blends really easily. So I guess it's just down to personal preference. And imagine, actually, let's do it now. You could probably, it does say it's buildable, so if you prefer your fingers but want more coverage, then there's no reason why you couldn't go back in and top this up. Let's move on to blemishes. I will use a brush for blemishes. I'm going to start with this up here. Now, and just make sure you really blend out the edges, especially if you're just going concealer alone, no foundation. So there's no obvious kind of distinction where the concealer starts and ends. My nose is looking very freckly today. It's because it's been such nice weather, so we've been out in the sun, well, out in the garden. We have bought an umbrella for the garden because our patio kind of stays in sun all day long, and obviously we want to not burn, protect the skin. I'm wearing SPF and stuff, so but yeah, but it does bring out my freckles a little bit more, which I like. So I pick up some up and I'm going to pat on. I prefer stippling motions because it's giving me the most coverage and I can kind of pinpoint it in that one area a bit more. And then when I'm kind of done with the area of coverage, I will then blend the edges out just to kind of like, again, seamlessly blend it into the skin so there's not like a stop-start element to it. So I'm just going to blend now the edges out. Okay, so that's the concealer on the spot area, and I think right now, if I was having a day where I just want to put a bit of concealer on, no foundation, I'd happily just wear this. I think it gives me enough for what I want. So I'd imagine on top of foundation, it's just going to add the extra coverage. Like I said, it still feels really nice. It still looks very skin-like. I think I prefer it under the eyes than I really like how it looks under my eyes in particular. So yeah, so far so good. Like I said, I will do a proper testing video, so first impressions wise, liking how it's looked. We'll see how it looks at the end of the video as well, but so far not too bad. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and now apply the cream foundation. I'm just going to go in the areas where I didn't really put any concealer, so it's mainly just going to be along this bit. Now I'm not going to pick up too much because it's such nice weather. I don't want to clog my skin up with too much product. I like to have it to be able to breathe still, but just enough to give like a slightly even coverage on the skin. So continuing with the skin, now I've got no other new skin products. I would love them to bring out a cream blusher, cream bronzer, cream highlighter. That would be perfect. As it stands, they don't, so I'm going to have to go with powder over the top, but that's okay. I am going to just add probably just some blusher and highlight, no bronzer today. I'm just going to go in with Coralista on a fluffy brush. And I'm just going to stipple this on and create a nice flush to the cheeks. I want to keep it quite high up, I think, to give myself more of a lifted look. And I never have issues really with these powder products over the top of cream products without setting. I've never really had an issue. I think as long as you stipple first and then just feather out the edges, no problems whatsoever. I always find when I go back to editing a video, there's always hair all over my face, that stuck to my face that I didn't see whilst filming, and it's so annoying. The champagne illuminator and just touch the high points, nothing too crazy. I'm going to go and use the eyebrow duo from Lily Lolo. I do prefer my ABH palette, if I'm being completely honest, but this isn't bad and I am going to go ahead and use it. So yeah, so I've got it in dark. I'm just going to take some of the powder side. Mine's kind of beaten up quite badly. And just go ahead and fill in the brows the way I usually do. Okay, now actually before we move on to the eye portion, I do want to actually swatch all the lipsticks just so we can see them, the lipsticks by themselves. There's no like eye look distracting us. So that is what I'm going to do. So we've got 4 new shades of the vegan lipstick to play with, all very summery colours, so perfect. So which one are we going to start with first is the question. Probably going to start with Flushed Rose first. So this is what Flushed Rose looks like. So this is Flushed Rose. Pretty colour, actually really nice for spring, not just summer. This is a real nice spring summer one. Same formula as the other vegan ones, so it doesn't feel any different. Nice and creamy, went on well, nice and pigmented. You can come in.
So, I was letting you speak.
That's alright. Can you do me a favour?
Yeah.
Can you go to the bathroom and get one of my makeup remover thingies?
Of course.
So I can take this off and apply the next one.
I'm going to leave that here so you can top yourself up afterwards.
Don't you want to top up though?
Huh? No, I've got quite a bit. I had a big gulp. And then
Did you?
I'll top it
What do you
a bit
think
more.
of it? Because you're not really having
That's quite nice.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, makeup remover, yeah.
Just the black pad thing.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Maybe.
Okay, I'll let you have that. I'm going to go from Cool.
Okay. Okay, next we're going to go in with the shade Flirtation, which is a bold mid-toned red. Ooh. Okay, so that is Flirtation, a nice red. Again, it'd be pretty for summer. I don't think they really had a red like this in the other collection that they've discontinued, so that's nice. I like the fact they're giving slightly different colours as well. I'm going to do Mi Amor next, which is looking beautiful. So this is a bold fuchsia pink. So this is the one that I said potentially could be a dupe for Pure Passion Pink. But we shall see. Hang on. I'll say excuse the state of that one. Not far off. I'd say a different slightly. I know the natural ones were a bit more glossier than the vegan ones, but not a bad dupe, I would have said. So again, a really pretty shade. I think this might be number 2. I think it goes Flushed Rose, Mi Amor and Flirtation right now in terms of which shades I prefer. But a really pretty pink one. It's not too bright in your face, which is quite nice if you're someone who doesn't like that. Obviously I've got my 100% Pure Marrakesh lipstick if I want the real bright fuchsia. But that one's also matte. This has got a gloss to it. Final shade, which I'm actually quite excited about, is Coral Crush. So I feel like this is going to be my kind of summer colour, spring summer colour. So let's apply it. Oh, now this is definitely a pretty one. A beautiful, beautiful shade. I think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this one. It's something slightly different. Like I said, I don't really have a colour like this one in my collection, which is why I'm probably quite excited about it. So there's the final shade, Crushed Coral. Okay, so I'm very happy with all of those shades. Like I said, I think it probably goes Coral Crush, Flushed Rose, Flirtation, no sorry, Mi Amor, then Flirtation. Still really pretty, I'd wear all of those happily. The Flirtation and Mi Amor, you can obviously use like the Ruby Red lip liner and the True Pink lip liner. The other two, Lily Lolo doesn't have really a lip liner to match. But I still think they look really pretty without a lip liner. Or what you could do is get a lip brush and just, if you wanted slightly more sharper lip line, or take a small brush with a bit of concealer and just go around the outside of the lips if you want that bit more kind of precision to the outer portion of your lips. Okay, let's move on to eyes. So I'm not going to use the new eye primer because I can just use up what's left in the old one for now. So obviously just going to go ahead and prep and prime the eyes. Yeah, so I picked up On The Rocks. I was just really intrigued by some of the red tones in there. So I thought, let's give one of their palettes another go and see what happens. Now, looking at this, there's not very many matte shades. I'd say there's only 2. One being, see if I can work out, Rich Rubelite. This one. Come on, focus camera. Here. And then Moonstone. Some of them aren't completely shimmery, but some definitely got specks of shimmer in there. So let's see. I'm actually going to start off with that Rubelite, I don't know, on the eyes first. Let's get a brush, fluffy brush for this one actually. Let's go ahead and coat the brush. Not coating the brush nicely and not really any fallout, which is good. Let's have a little play on the eyes. Let's see me in a bit actually. Ooh, okay. We have some pigmentation. Okay, I've also got some fluff in this brush, which is annoying. Okay, I'm just going to dip in another one. I'm going to dip in again, sorry is what I meant to say, into that same shade. Just build up slightly, but I mean, it's a nice pigmentation. It's blending nicely. I think I'm very surprised by the pigmentation. I think that's what was lacking a little bit with the other shade palettes when I tried them, was like kind of the pigmentation to it. This is a beautiful shade. I like this a lot. Okay, I'm going to go with some Moonstone just to see if that will do nicely job of just if I wanted like a further blend, because that's the kind of shade that is actually quite good just to further blend it out, or if you don't want like a shimmery brow bone, this is quite nice. Yeah, it's almost creating like a little baby pink on that lid there. On that. Okay, I'm actually pleasantly surprised by this so far. I only tried 2 shades, but you know. I kind of do want to try Smoky Quartz. It's quite an unusual. So it's just this end one. Smoky Quartz. Ooh. It's a very warm toned brown. I don't think it's actually going to quite go with the look that I'm doing at the moment. I'm going to go in with next, let's do Crystal Gaze. I think I might just, no, I'm going to switch to the other end of this brush. This is one that came in like the Anastasia palettes, which actually kind of the only brushes to come in palettes I actually think are good. So using the flat end, going to pick up some of Crystal Glaze. And let's pop you on this outer portion. So it's quite similar to that ruby shade we just put on, but this has just got some shimmer to it. In with shade. What are you? Tiger's Eye. This one here. And do you know what? I'll try it on my finger instead. Maybe that might have a bit of different impact, because they're not really shimmers. I'm saying shimmers, they're more of a sheen. So I probably should actually set that first. Oh, okay. That's pretty. Okay, so maybe finger might work better, but I'm not mad at this at all. I'm kind of liking how it's going at the moment. Pretty. Just gonna blend the edges a little bit. Pearl Luster just to the inner corner here. Let's not use, no, let's just clean off that brush. We can use the same brush, it's fine. Oh, definitely gives a nice brightness in the inner eye there. I'm going to do Smoky Quartz first. I'm going to use the same brush because I am lazy, and I think it works quite nicely for all these colours. So tap off, and I'm just going to run that along this lower lash line. Amber Glow. I'm just going to go, I don't know if it's going to work, but just along this lower lash line, just in a bit here. I don't think it kind of really works with this colour. It just gives a little sheen more than anything. I'll do a close-up or a close-up of the eye in a second. Okay, before I add mascara, let's just have a little looky. I've done a really bad job of blending on this side apparently. So yes. But I'm really liking the warm tones of this. I'm really liking actually how deep I've managed to get the eyes and how smoky I've got the eyes. Because like I said, with the kind of Smoke and Mirrors palette, I don't feel it ever got really this, like, achieved how deep I wanted it to go. But I'm pleasantly surprised, and I think, yeah, throughout the summer this is definitely going to get some use. So I'm happy I gave it another shot. I do think their mineral eyeshadows are much better, but they don't really have many matte shades, so I guess this is a nice way of creating a variety, even though there's only really 2 mattes in there as well. But I'm happy with this. I think it looks really nice. Let me know what you think, because sometimes in person and how it translates on camera is slightly different, but I think it's pretty, so I'm happy with that. That's good. Let's go in with the Lily Lolo Big Lash. Now, I know how I feel about this. I like this mascara. And like I said, I'd come to the end of the Ilia one and thought, oh, well, let's just go back to the Big Lash for a bit and give myself some big lashes. Okay, so to finish off his lips, and I think I'm going to go in more on the lip glosses to kind of complement this look and keep the intensity on the eyes. Obviously those other lipsticks are going to get featured. I'll definitely do videos kind of makeup looks surrounding those lipsticks. But I think for this eye look, yeah, a slightly more glossy, peachy look. I think we're going to go peachy keen, but I'm going to put the nude lip liner underneath slightly and then add that on top. Okay, so that is this look complete and this video complete. So I'm really happy with all the new stuff that I picked up from Lily Lolo. Everything seems to be working really nicely. Concealer still looks good on the skin. Like I said, I will do like a full dedicated video so we can really test it and I'll give my proper thoughts then. But yeah, really like the concealer so far. Love those shades of lipsticks. Beautiful, perfect for summer and spring. And actually, yeah, like I said, pleasantly surprised by the eyeshadow palette. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. There'll be more videos to come on Lily Lolo, no doubt. So yeah, leave me your thoughts down below, how you think the products worked from what you could see anyway. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all in my next video.